If you have or want to have a podcast, listen up. So I run my own online business and run a lot of different content channels from YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and also a podcast, which I've now had for a little over 2 years. And one of the hardest things about podcasting is while people can technically find your podcast randomly on like Apple, iTunes, or Spotify, that's not really where you're going to get the most traction. So you've got to use a bunch of your other platforms in order to drive growth to the podcast. So here's 2 things that I did to double my monthly downloads and help me get to almost 50,000 total downloads. You ready? Okay, one was that I started putting exclusive content on the podcast, meaning I did not mention this anywhere else and I would tease it like crazy on my Instagram and other places that they had to go to the podcast to find out. Number 2 was really, really simple, but it still makes a big impact. And that's that I started plugging my podcast more often. So that meant multiple times per week on my Instagram, multiple times per week on TikTok, and I made it one of my main CTAs.